Hi, these comments are for HK. I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com. I'm also the materials writer, author, and instructor for the 30-day speaking boot camp course. And I'm listening to one of the practice tests that you sent me yesterday. You're entering the speaking prompt. Some people invest money in stock or in a house. Which one do you think is better? Explain why. I'm looking at the rubrics right now, the independent speaking rubrics that the TOEFL posted online, right? So I'm going to have this as I see that. I have your speaking response, and I'm going to go ahead and listen to it one time, and I want to kind of see where your speaking falls here. So you're either 2, 3, or 4, right? That's probably where you're going to be.
Buying a house is better nowadays than investing in a stock because it is a requirement for every living and also it is not a risk. First, buying a house is better nowadays because it is requirement for every living. For example, my husband wanted to invest his savings in a stock, whereas I wanted to buy a house because we were living in a two-bedroom apartment for a long time, which was not enough for us. So we ended up buying a house. Moreover, it is not a risk. For instance, my brother bought a house last year. He had the satisfaction that he had a place to live instead of having a fear of losing money in a stock. So buying a house is a better option nowadays.
Okay. So what about this tone here, this intonation here? You got to put some life into your voice, put an emotion, a face behind your words. You need to vary your tone more than you're doing right now. Right? That's my first big suggestion. So that's one thing you can easily, well, not easily, but you can definitely work on lessons, pronunciation lessons 36 through 40, all of which deal with intonation. Check them out at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. Okay, my first impression is a little bit below 3. I'm going to say you're probably, um, I'm going to say maybe 19 to 20, 21 points approximately. Let's listen to it again.
Buying a house is better nowadays than
It's not buying, investing in a new house. I would use the word investing because that ties exactly back to the speaking prompt.
investing in a stock because it is a requirement for every living and also it is not a risk.
So it's a requirement and it's not a risk. But not everybody is required to purchase a home. So I don't know that that's the right
First,
word.
buying a house is better nowadays because it is requirement for every living. For example, my
Okay, so the example has to prove how a house is a requirement, right? Let's see if it works.
husband wanted to invest his savings in a stock, whereas I wanted to buy a house because
So my husband wanted to invest money in a stock, which was not a requirement for us. It was not absolutely necessary. So you need to show how that's optional and how buying the house is a requirement or necessity.
we were living in a two-bedroom apartment for a long time, which was not enough for us. So we ended up
Not which was not enough for us, which made it a requirement to upgrade to purchasing a home so we could better shelter our families. So you need to tie that back better, I think, to the purpose of that speaking task.
buying a house. Moreover, it is not a risk. For
Moreover, it is not a risk. How about this? Moreover, buying a home is less riskier than investing in stocks.
instance, my brother bought a house last year. He had the satisfaction that he had a place to live instead of having a fear of losing money in a stock.
Yeah, but why is the house not a risk? See, that's what you have to prove through that example. Because back in 2008, if you bought a house before 2008, it was a big risk because a lot of people, when the Great Recession hit, it basically cut the price of homes almost in half by 50%. So that's a big risk. you can lose value in homes. What do you think's going to happen right now with the coronavirus with all these people out of work? I mean, 3, 4, 6, 1 year down the line, right? A lot of the homes could definitely have lower value than they had in the past because all these people that don't have jobs are not going to be able to make the payments on their homes, and the bank is going to take those homes back. So I don't think you've really made that argument, at least.
So buying a house is a better option nowadays.
Why? You can say buying a home is a better option because there's less risk in losing your money. It's a better it's a less riskier investment. But if you're investing in the stocks, you can lose money quickly on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so I'm going to put you slightly below the 3 area. I think awkward intonation, you need to work on that a little bit more. Um, I think I think that your language use didn't have too many problems with that. I think the number of ideas are expressed, limited elaboration, relevance, vaguely expressed, connections of ideas may be unclear. I think that's part of it also. So maybe some problems with delivery and some problems with topic development. And that's why I'll probably put you maybe between 2.5 and 3, which puts you maybe between 29 and 22 points out of 30. All right, thank you.